Certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55, Mike.
21.
I'm coming. Check.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Watch the run.
21. 65.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
21. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Get him.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
21. Bravo.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run forward with counter. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Hey, Charlie. Take 2 out.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
Yeah, he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
21. Here we go. 6. Hey, Haywood. 2.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
21. 1, Omaha.
To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Nifty move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Here we go. Black 20.
Hey, I'm coming. No.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On second and 11 now, Roethlisberger. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it'll bring up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Malcolm Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes the 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
11.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant.
21. Here we go.
Mike.
21.
Mike.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first and 10 is Connor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Roethlisberger, he's going to let this one. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Steelers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
1, Omaha. You draw forfeit. Flag. 2.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Garoppolo, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. CD, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? Under pressure, and they got to him again. Malcolm Smith getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger, great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's counter. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here we go. 21. General West.
Here I come.
White.
Shoot. He's checked.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Get him, boys.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 65. 120.
Tight go.
11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jack 16.
Mike's 56. Stop your whining. 56.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a third down.
218, chop. Alert.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's Coleman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Daniel McCullers in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12, fellas, here we go.
SOS.
On second down now. It's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. 12.
Switch.
2. Small.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on.
10.
You better bring it. Mike 55.
10.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike 55.
1, Omaha.
Kill. Turn.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's Coleman here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
Switch gears.
Hey, gun. Six. Go ahead.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
On 1st down, Coleman. And some room to run now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
That's it, buddy. We go play at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes.